So here we are, guys, with the FIROS 6, the new event vehicle that is coming for the next event. I didn't cover too much of this vehicle since we have the dev server open and everything, and I'm sorry because of that, because I really wanted to give a little bit of time for this tank and the event itself, but it's just that the dev server takes a lot of time of my day. But you know, searching stuff to show to you guys, seeing if there's anything that is new that nobody really thought about, etc. Right? So yeah, but here we are. Let's test this vehicle, take a look on this vehicle. Of course, uses the Fiat you know, platform that we already have in the game, so obviously doesn't have a lot of armor. I mean, it doesn't have any armor. It will be penetrated by basically anything above a 50 cal, I think. I have to check about a 50 cal. Let me actually find it. 12. Yeah, see, I mean, even the 50 cal can penetrate this thing. So yeah, it doesn't have any armor. Okay, and it is pretty interesting because it has this FIROS system over here, which is basically like a rocket pod kind of situation, right? So you can see we have smoke grenades and then normal like stuff for you to grind it out, and then we have the ARF 8M3 heat. So that's the important part. It's a heat rocket, which is pretty good. So 150 millimeters of penetration, 0 degrees, which is pretty okay actually. It's not that bad. So let's test drive this thing to show if it's actually worth it. You can take a lot of ammunition with this thing. It's 144 rounds, if I'm not mistaken. It's basically like 3 loads of these thing. And let's see. It's pretty heavy, as you see. The actual like the actual rocket thing. It's funny that you can see right there that there is basically the controls out of it. The driver or the gunner would basically open those hatches back there and basically control this with an aiming reticle, right? So yeah, pretty interesting. We do have no way of measuring the distance precisely, so you have to try to guess and everything. But as you see, it can work very, very well if you know the distance of the target, right? Because it is actually pretty precise, actually. So 400. Let's do it like this. So as you see, it's pretty precise. A little bit down. That's like, what, 800? A little bit lower. So the good part about this is that you can basically just use the range. To find the range, you can just shoot at the targets, right? So this is like 500, a little bit less maybe. So I don't know the distance because of like that. I'm gonna guess it's 800. Oh, this is too sensitive. So yeah, 800 for example. I'm gonna wait for the hit. Oh, it's around there, so I can just try to get the kill like this, for example. So it can actually be pretty useful. It's not one of those rocket launchers that it's pretty useless, right? Because you can actually have a lot. Since you have a lot of missiles, you can basically range them by firing them, which is a little bit easier than to use the like the normal range finding situation, right? So it's a pretty good tank actually. I don't know how useful will it be, because it's not like one shot kill, because you will miss, but you can overwhelm targets a lot quicker than you think. And the only thing that you have to worry about is that after the 48 shots, it takes a long time to reload, as you see, obviously, right? It will take even more in real life, but you get the idea, right? So how you would use this is basically trying to be fast as measuring your distance to the target. That's the main thing that you have to do here, because if you don't do this, he's gonna have time to look at you and shoot at you, right? And that can be kind of a problem. So yeah, like to, you know, it takes a little bit of time to kill the target sometimes. So you gotta like It's like this. You gotta be fast. You gotta overwhelm the target, kinda. Yeah, but if you hit directly into the ammunition, you can kill the target very quickly, right? At long ranges, I mean, you are just overwhelming the target with rockets. But it's kind of hard to hit a target. So, how useful this thing will be, I don't know. Depends on the driver, I gotta say. Like, I would imagine that you can have two options with this vehicle. Since it is... What? Since it is using the Fiat, platform, it is fast. It is nimble, doesn't have armor, but it is fast. So you can get to those targets or those positions to basically use this thing as a kind of an artillery piece or something like that, right? So you can do that to get fast, fast to certain places, and then you basically is going to try to find the target quickly. I don't know where I am over here. Where are the targets? They're behind those houses, I think, right? But you get the idea, right? So you get to the positions quickly, and then you can fire on the targets in a quicker way, right? You do have your smoke. So, for example, here, I could try to, I just have to overwhelm the target, try to get a lot of shots out to see if I can get an ammunition shot or anything like that. But see, I mean, it is precise, but it is hard sometimes to hit if you're moving and everything. But you can get to places very quickly, right? Which can be good. The other way that I would probably use this, I don't remember if this is, yeah, this is Amphibious. It would be to... That's kind of weird. Yeah, but it is to basically do an offensive push, right? And be fast. But since this thing will die for even like 50 cal ammunition, it means that it's not gonna be the most interesting thing ever to do like that, because you're gonna get killed by the machine gun sometimes, which means that it's not that worth to actually do that. I would still have some cover, try to get to positions quickly, and use the platform, the speed of the platform, to get to places quickly, and then fire on targets from there, right? If I try to rush targets, I will end up getting killed by the machine guns, but you can do it because you are fast as well, right? So these are probably the two ways you can use it. As you see, like moving, it can be really hard to hit a target, obviously, right? Obviously, it doesn't have a fast turret, as you see. You don't have a tracked vehicle, so you don't turn very fast as well. So it's, yeah, see, I mean, it's problematic. You understand, right? So I would honestly just use this thing as kind of a sniper. It's not really a sniper because you're trying to overwhelm a target with amount of rockets and trying to hit the target. But you get the idea, right? There you go. Of course, we do have our smoke screens to help you out, but that's kinda it. So it is an interesting vehicle, kind of a meme tank. How useful would it be? Depends on your skill on two things. On actually being fast shooting when you see a target with a vehicle that doesn't turn very well, of course, and has a very slow turret. And the second ability is that you need to range targets carefully and quickly, so that you don't get killed by even a machine gun before you can get enough shots in and measure the distance to get the kill, right? So basically this is it, guys. It is a very interesting vehicle, I gotta say. Is it worth it? I don't know, you tell me. I gotta be honest, it is a vehicle that I normally don't like to play, these types of vehicles, because they are too lightly armored. I like to have a little bit of armor. I'm not talking about heavy tank walls kind of thing, but an MBT, for example, should have a little bit of armor to deflect those poor shots made by the enemy. While you can, argue that it's better to, just have the mobility to get to positions. I prefer to just have a slower tank, maybe, but with more armor. That's why I love MBT so much, because they have the armor, technically, depending on the version, and they have the mobility, right? But yeah, so basically this is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and tell me, you know, just tell me what you think about the FIROS event vehicle. Okay, see you guys on the next one. Make sure to subscribe, and see ya.